Boo boo. Okay. Letting this baby heat up. Where is my notebook? My notebook is in the kitchen. Be right back while this heats up. Alright, so continuing on with our Guatemala that we roasted last time. It was the Guatemala Patsun. This will be our 4th roast, and today we're going to do something different than we did in the previous roasts. We are going to be roasting hotter, faster, and pulling pretty aggressively at crack again. Trying to get as much single origin flavors as we can in the coffee. So the current game plan, I've already updated the roasting notes, is that we are going to keep the same charge temperature that we figured out from the last roast. We're going to keep the same drum speed at D8, and we're going to do P7 power as our initial power to get momentum into the beans. Still going to do fan 2 at about 250. I think I was actually doing fan 2 around 230, 235. Let me change that to 235. 235. We're gonna go to fan 4 at 300, and we're gonna leave it at P7 up till 325. And that should just shoot us ahead in the roast. And then we're gonna dial back at 350 to P5, and then P4 at 385 because we wanna reduce the temperature going into crack so we don't spike too much. And then we'll adjust the fan settings at the end just to control the roast so it doesn't stall or anything like that, or starts to cool while in the drum. So that's pretty much the whole spiel. I'm going to use this as a test run. This is just an idea I came up with. We're just going to follow the idea whether it works or not. Then we're going to study the graph, and then I'm going to do one more roast. I only have enough containers for 2 roasts today, and I think I only have enough beans for 2 roasts today, so it ends up working out. And from there, we will see how it works. But in terms of the old Guatemala, when did I roast 5 and 6? Did I cup the right ones today? I think I did. So I cupped the Guatemalas when I woke up today. And the one I preferred was the one where we pulled like 45 seconds after crack. It was the quicker roast of the 2. Yeah. About a minute faster of a roast than the roast number 6. I'll probably pull up the graph while we're preheating, just to talk about the last Guatemala that we roasted. It wasn't the one that we roasted during the last stream. This was a different bean. Should be the Guatemala Xena Behold number 5. And then let me overlay number 5 with number 6, just so we can talk about what I tasted on the cupping. So I'm pretty sure number 6 is... Yep, okay. So between the 2 cups, they were both quite acidic. Number 6 was pretty much just acidity that I tasted, and then number 5 actually had some sweetness and a little bit of complexity. So I think that's the single origin flavor, just based on the graphs being so similar. The only difference between 5, which is the one in the back, versus 6 was that I had a more aggressive start, had more momentum, and then the roast was just shorter. And I honestly didn't let it crack for long. I kind of pulled number 5 really, really quick. I think 45 seconds after crack versus I think I waited a minute and a half after crack on the second roast, and I vastly preferred the first roast. And the good thing about the first roast, number 5, was there was no taste of greenery, there was no wheat flavor, so the beans were actually fully roasted, which was a concern of mine that it might have been too not roasted. So based on what I learned from that is why we are going with the more aggressive approach today. We are going to go hot, we're going to go fast. As soon as this dang machine tells me it's ready. The drum temperature is pretty much there, but there it goes. The drum temperature is pretty much there, that it says that it's warmed up to where I want it to be, but it's not. I just turned it on maybe 10 minutes ago, so it's not properly heated throughout the drum. If it's not fully heated up, then the beans won't behave like it's supposed to. But as soon as this baby tells me it's done preheating, we are in. So I guess I should measure out my coffee. Still keeping with the 400 gram charges that we've been queuing, because a 400 grams pretty much turns into about 12 ounces afterwards, 340 grams. I think the last few roasts have been in the 350 range, but it's good to have a couple extra beans, you know, in case you over roast or under roast, or I don't know. It's always better to have a bit more than less, that way you don't feel like you're ripping anyone off if you do sell beans. We're not quite there, but in the future we will be. Hopefully. No, we will be. Hundo P. I'm just finishing up my measurement of 400 grams. I actually got 401, that's fine. Air out of the bag. Alright. Are you still not preheated yet? My goodness. How long does it take to preheat? Ooh. Roasty toasty inside. Come on, I want to roast. You're very cool to the touch. Jeez. I think I'll give it like 1 or 2 more minutes, but I'm kind of anxious to roast. Charge. Oh, haha! She's ready. So we will go to current roasts. Roaster is good to charge, and away we go. Okay, so I made my adjustments. P7, D8, F4. Yep, beautiful. I don't care about the overlay right now. feel like my roast time changed. It feels like something's different in my roasting software. Interesting. Rate of rise looks good. We're at 215. Yeah, this looks different. Oh, I think it's probably because of overlay mode. I might have to turn that off for the next roast. What do I want to do? 235 is where I want to go back to fan 2. Babies are heating up though. Tell you what. Tell you what. Alright, back to fan 2. Keep that rate of rise high. Music actually seems kind of loud. Oh, that's my normal volume. Come on. Okay. So we're keeping that quite high rate of rise in the 30s, which is good. Gives us a lot of momentum. Exactly what I want, because this thing needs to be hot, this thing needs to be fast. Honestly, it's losing so much momentum already. That's not so much, right? Honestly, I don't think I'm going to play with the fan speed too much here. I might skip the F4 at 300. I want to see what this baby can do. We'll do F4. Means it'll just make the drying go a bit faster. No worries there. This roast is actually kind of slow compared to my last one. We have 410 to 300. Interesting. Then, so P6 and F6 at 325. I can definitely do that. Honestly, I might just go F6. I might skip the P6. Let's try that. I'm just gonna go to F6. And I'd say that's a pretty yellow now. 524 yellow. Nice objective measurement. Okay, approaching that 340 mark soon. I'll go to F7 at 340. 340 is at 6. How am I so much slower than my last roast? I put so much more like heat into this bad boy. And then we'll do P6 at 350. Quite toasty at the moment. Alright, going down to P6 at 350. That means I'm going to go down to P5 at 385. Going to go ahead and bump up the fan 1 tick. We have so much more heat in here. I'm just surprised that I'm like not. Okay, glad I didn't touch that yet. Not that much quicker. Well, we're getting a 380 quite quick. Go ahead and do a fan 9 now. 380 is at 842. So then we were like 4 seconds slower, and then now we're 30 seconds faster. So that might change quite a bit. And then bean temp was almost to 385. And back she goes. Pull back the temperature there. I think I heard an outlier. Couple cracks. I want the crack to start in the next 20 seconds. I'm calling crack there. So 941 crack. Pretty much perfect, actually. That was like a minute right after my temperature lowering. And we're just gonna let this baby crack. I'll pull this one. Wow, I'm actually gonna pull this one really. I'll pull this one at 1041. We'll pull a minute after crack. Quite aggressive on the cracks, which is what I've been wanting. I've been wanting this aggressive cracking for a while. And oh, this is looking good. All right. Coming up to our magic point, 1041. And we're still cracking in the cooling bowl, which is fine. I actually prefer this. Nice. Look how, ooh, look at the color. It's so bright. Definitely on the much lighter than my previous roasts. And the cracking was much better than the previous roast as well. Much more consistent. Look, I got a couple Quakers, you know. A little unfortunate. So I think the next roast we're going to do a minute and a half. We'll do the same exact roast, same exact adjustments, same timings. And we'll do a minute and a half crack after crack and pull, and we'll compare the two. But I definitely liked the behavior, the sounds. Smells good too. And this felt like a more aggressive crack. Like when it cracked, it started to really crack. Very audible. A lot of heat was built up. A lot of momentum. Unevenness, though. There is definitely unevenness. Oh, that's still quite hot. Woo! Dang, still quite hot. These beans were hot, hot, hot. I don't know if I'm cooling them down quick enough, which is unfortunate. So that does play a significant role. Probably lost a gram of beans just based off my stirring technique, which is unfortunate. I'll just go ahead and add a gram back in after the fact. Especially with that last. Cool enough. Cool enough. Ooh, look at this explodey boy. Look how big this one exploded. My goodness. You can get that skin off now. It's super open. That's how you know I had momentum. I like it. Not bad. Let's measure this bad boy out. Let's see, 355. 355. Okay. Put you back on preheat mode. Ooh, almost fell. 355, huh? So pull at 1041. Went to 400 to 355, which is like one of the lightest roasts I've ever done. Go to the roast history. I like this roast. I liked it a lot. A lot of Hudson, I think. Number 4? I think so. Number 4, yep. 400 to 350. Sorry, 355. I feel good. Definitely one of my lightest roasts, by far. I like the momentum, so let me note down exactly what I did and when, because I made some by the fly. So I definitely did the F2 at 235. which is great. I definitely did the F4 at 300. I did F6 at 325, but I didn't do P6 until 350, right? Yeah. So basically, all I'm gonna do to change my notes is take that out, and then change that to P6, and change that to P5. And then let me look at my fan speeds, because I did F8 at 363. So I want to keep the same shit there. F8 at 363. And then I did F9 at 378. And then that should finish up the roast for me. Cool. Perfect. So as soon as this thing says that we're preheated, we are ready. Let me measure out my beans. Oh, jeez. $3.99. Just do a splash of extra beans for $400. Bing, $400. Easy. I have like a bunch of green bean like crap all over me. Green bean crap. Green bean crap. Cool. So I got coffee measured, we have the game plan, and we have the idea. Keep blasting the heat. Get the roast really quick, and we're gonna actually let this one develop a bit more than the last time. We're gonna aim for minute 30 after crack instead of a straight minute. And the roaster should tell me that it's preheated relatively soon. We have a lot of the energy still built up in the machine from the last roast. Did I vacuum? I didn't. Let me vacuum really fast. We'll give it about a minute before I decide to just say fuck it and we're just going in. Hey, works for me. I got all my adjustments in quite quickly this time, so we should be faster than last roast. What happens if I leave it on F4 the entire time? Excuse me. Hiccups. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Do I want to try F4 the entire time? Nah, we'll do the exact same roast. I like the way that it heated up. We'll do the exact same roast. I'm on P8. This is not the exact same roast. This is not the exact same roast at all. Wow, I messed up. I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna do the same roast. It's not the same roast. Oops. Crap. What a mistake. Well, you know what? I did P8, and it heated up quick. I'm not seeing any tipping or scorching, so you know what? If the beans can take it, the beans can take it. I'm probably not going to do a minute after, because it's like it's a completely different roast. I'm just going to do a minute after cracked again. This roast is on a completely different trajectory. We have so much momentum being built up right now. I don't see any scorching or tipping, which is good. But it's a completely different roast. Look at that crash. What in the world? This thing is fast. I think I saw one bean that was actually fucked up. Damn. Yeah, it can't take how much heat I put into that. So 346. We are 24 seconds faster? Uh-oh. That's huge. It's just gonna be faster. Like, fuck. I wonder if that's just an old bean, maybe? Old bean or chaff is what it looks like to me. Being so fast. And my Red Rise is crashing quite quickly too. Oh well. 325, we're gonna just go to F6. And I don't really like, it's not really yellowing here, honestly. I'll call it yellowing here. Sure. 507. Honestly, it's so subjective to call yellowing. 340 is coming up. Move up to F7 as soon as we get to 340. That's at 529. Wow, we are flying through this roast. And then at 350, I'm going to go down to P6. Some beans are definitely further along than others. I fucked up. I think I did F8 here. I did. Bit late on my F8, but that's okay. F9's at 378. That way everything fits. Boop, boop, boo, doop, boo. Almost to that 378 mark. Okay, 378. Bump that baby up. And we're almost at 840 or 380. And that is at 758. We are considerably faster, 44 seconds faster. That's insane. And then at 385, we're going to go down to P5. And we should be cracking within 1 minute. Outlier, outlier. Couple outliers. Call crack here, 858. And we'll pull it at 10. Definitely an aggressive crack this time. So this isn't like at all what I wanted to happen, but you know, it'll be a nice comparison between the two because you know it's just time, really. One's just a more aggressive roast than the other. I still pull it a minute. Well, technically the minutes is different because a minute in this roast is actually technically longer percentage-wise. But you know what? Who cares? Roasting is finished! We're good. So what do we got? It looks like this roast was more consistent than the last roast. Not really. Not the same. It might be slightly darker in roast. This is probably why I think it's more consistent. It makes sense that this is slightly darker. I definitely burnt the outside of some of these beans. I can tell. So the P8 was definitely too high. I wonder if I do P8, I probably have to do like, I don't know, a lower charge and then P8. Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, live and learn. Quaker here. How light this one is. Did not heat up like the others. Oh, that's still quite hot. Woo! My hands. Honestly, pretty even. Wow. Very even. Dang. Huh. Cool enough. I'm gonna do this bad boy out. Looking at 355, so you know, it's about pretty much the same. Started at 400, got to 355. Feel good. Number 5. So let's go ahead and overlay these. And let's look at the difference. So the first one here is number 4, which is the first roast, and then the second roast is after. And honestly, very close on the roasts. What the heck? It was just, we got much hotter here by like 3 or 4 rate of rise here. And then that just carried us because our rate of rise even here, but we just had so much extra temperature to work with in the beginning. Like, look, even though the decline looks super similar, like ridiculously similar, just that initial heat was all it took to just just shoot this baby way faster than the other one. 41 seconds faster. Crazy. So, that's going to be it for our 2 roasts. The next roast that I'm going to be doing is going to be a Kenya AA. I just got it 2 days ago, so hopefully we can follow kind of the same ideas that we have with this Guatemala. Kenya, dense beans, we're just going to figure out the charge temperature. And then we're just going to continue onwards by like concentrating more on the single origin flavors. We're trying to speed up the roast safely, and then to see how we can adjust the power and the fans to gradually decline our rate of rise while maintaining momentum. Is going to be our goals. And then hopefully I can figure out the bean quick enough where I can get like 4 roasts, one at like 30 seconds, 1 minute, 1 minute, 32 minutes after crack, with the same exact roast every time. I don't know if I have enough beans for that. I got 5 pounds. So if I get like, I think I've been getting 5 roasts. So if I can figure out the bean and maybe 1 roast, like I can just maybe plug in the same values that I have now. And if the bean behaves, then we're just gonna be like, screw it, let's figure it out, right? But that's gonna be it. See you on the next roast.